right, we are live on YouTube, and today we're going to be discussing defining your own success. You are completely in control. I'm also going to be answering any questions you may have in the chat regarding any of your business or personal needs with another session of Ask Coach Eli Anything. And I can even answer any questions you have regarding becoming a YouTube content creator, because I am YouTube certified, as you see on the bottom left corner of this screen. So stick around for all that and much, much more. That's coming right live from Northern California. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. And if this is your first time here, and most importantly, you are open to suggestions and change, please consider subscribing and then banging that bell. And after you bang that bell, when that pop-up box pops up, make sure you select all notifications, because that way you won't miss a single thing. You will not miss anything when it comes to getting a better grip on your life. And also make sure on your smartphone, your tablet, your iPhone, your Android, or anywhere that you have the YouTube app installed on, you must also make sure that the YouTube app is set to receive those notifications at a device level. You do all of that. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good in the hood. Good Saturday to everyone. I'm going to say good Saturday afternoon, even though in my neck of the woods it's still morning here on the West Coast in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live. It is 2:43 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 11:43 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And first things first, folks, I do want to apologize for this show not starting at its regularly scheduled time. I was having some technical difficulties. I've been working tirelessly to, figure out some glitches regarding some audio issues I've been having lately on my system here, and I think I've finally resolved them. I had to play around with some different audio drivers, and I think I found the perfect audio driver. My laptop is a few years old, so it's a lot harder to find the newer drivers that work with the latest versions of Windows 10. So that's what happened. My apologies. Just want to ask you folks out there in the chat, Mutt Nuts Reviews, Queen Helen Casey, or anyone else that's here, how's the audio and video? Is everything in sync? Does it sound good? Does it look good? Everything should be running just fine. So just want to make sure it's all good. But again, my sincerest apologies to everyone that's been waiting for this show for the last hour or so. It's supposed to start about an hour ago. So, I want to take ownership. Hey, everyone makes mistakes. No one is perfect, folks. Not even me. Not even life coaches. There's not a person on this planet that is perfect, even if it's someone that's trying to, help you out with life's principles like I do. And, let me actually introduce, a few people that are here in the chat right now. And then I want to, Queen Helen Casey says, audio is good. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. Once I'm done introducing some of the people in the chat here, I want to, respond to somebody that is a part of my in-person network that I built many years ago when I used to run in-person networking events. Not going to mention her full name. Her first name is Kim, and she sent me a Facebook message today because I've started to post again on Facebook through my personal timeline and my organization's group page that I have out there. I used to run networking events for an organization I started, which is what I'm trying to say, called the GNA, which is short for Genuine Networking Association. And, sometimes some people, will respond very critically to postings, and then other people, will reach out to me and say, why is this person saying this about you? We appreciate what you do. I'll get to that in just a second here. Sound and look good on my end. Thank you, Mutt Nuts Reviews. All right, let's get to the chat here. We have Mutt Reviews showed up over an hour ago and said, "Hi, Eli and everyone." And then Mutt Reviews was responding to me saying that I'm having some technical difficulties. She said, "Take your time. I know how it is to have technical problems. It can be very frustrating at times." Sure, it can. It's part of the game, though, and you just got to learn to deal with it. And you have to move forward. You can't let it upset you and prevent you from, fixing the issue and then coming back. Yes, I was an hour late. But you know what? I apologize, and I'm still here to run the show. I was going to run an hour ago, so thank you for those very kind words there, Mutt Nuts Reviews. Clifford Starks passed on by. You're still a moderator here, bro. He said, "Have a blessed day." I hope you're doing well, Clifford. I hope you're staying safe during this pandemic. It looks like, this pandemic and all the closures are coming to an end soon. I mean, folks, we can't shut down society over this forever. We got to take the best precautions that we can, which we have, and, move forward and live life. I never let this pandemic get to me. I just was living life as I was before this happened. Obviously, there are places that are closed. You can't dine in to any place, at least, in the past, you couldn't dine in. I know some places have started to open back up, which is great. But, I still, lived my life as I normally would. I did not let it get to me. But thank you for stopping by, Clifford Starks. Again, I hope all is well with you and your neck of the woods. Queen Helen Casey's in the house. Hello, Eli. Smash the like button for Eli. Queen says, "Hello, Mutt." Queen says, "Hello, Clifford." Mutt Nuts Review says, "Hey, Queen." And Mutt Nuts Review says, "How are you, Eli and Queen?" "I'm doing quite well." And Queen says, "Mutt, I'm doing okay." Queen, you always say you're doing okay. And to me, that makes me feel like maybe you're not doing as well as you should be doing. And I think you're a great person. And I understand what you've been through out here on this YouTube platform, and maybe regarding some, personal aspects of your life as well. But you're a strong person, and I admire you that you keep on coming back each and every day to share more of your greatness with this world, despite what other people, think about what you're doing. And I admire that, and I appreciate that. So thank you so much for being here, Queen. Queen says audio is good, like I mentioned a few minutes ago. Mutt Nuts Review says, "I am a happy Mutt Nut. I just got my new backdrop stand and my screen clamps in the mail. Now it is just to rearrange my office so I can do unboxing videos and set up my live streams." Well, good for you. And again, there are so many videos and live streams I need to do regarding these aspects as part of my YouTube certified series, because as you see on the bottom left corner of your screen, I am YouTube certified. I can help you folks get your YouTube channel started and share with you what it takes to grow a channel, how to get monetized, like I've been monetized for a while now. I understand community guidelines. I understand copyright guidelines. I understand ad-friendly guidelines and the difference between ad-friendly guidelines and community guidelines. There's a whole lot to deal with. And then there's a technical aspect as well, audio, video, your internet connection, your computer's power, the processing power, RAM, hard drive, etc. There's so much that you have to take into consideration when becoming a YouTuber. So if any of you need help, let me know if you'd like me to get those tutorial videos coming soon, or even doing some live streams along with some pre-recorded videos. So let me know about that. You can always comment in the chat. You can always comment on the live stream replays. And you can even send me emails at coacheli@coacheli.com. That email is below in every single one of my description sections, including my live streams. And you can also go to the About section from your laptop or desktop and get my email there. So, and Mutt Nuts Review says, "Sound and look good on my end." Excellent, excellent. Thank you again for that, Mutt Nuts Reviews. And thank you, Queen and Mutt Nuts, for being here today. All right, so I want to start off this show by saying hello to a longtime friend of mine I met through in-person networking many, many years ago. Some of you may know this that have been following me for a while, and others that are just becoming a part of my network over here. don't know that I used to run in-person networking events primarily to, build my insurance business, which still pays my bills for the time being until I replace my income doing this. But I also ran in-person networking events because, I've always had a passion to help other people create success, along with, creating my own success. I love to collaborate with people. I don't like to compete. I really don't like to compete. I understand sometimes, competition is going to happen, and I get that. But for me, I've always been more of the type of person that likes to work with people and grow together with people and, share in each other's successes and struggles as well, because you're going to struggle along the way. But anyway, I just had to check a message here on my phone. Okay, we're good. We're good. So yeah, I used to, and I still, I'm still the president and founder and owner of the January Networking Association, or GNA for short, but I've more so taken it online on Facebook. I have a bunch of group pages there with thousands of people. And my, coaching business is a subsidiary of the January Networking Association, which I own. And recently, I started using Facebook again to promote my YouTube channel and what I'm doing now, and to make my network aware of what I'm doing. And I've had some, great results doing it. Some people have come over here to watch my streams. Others have commented. Others have private messaged me or called me directly. And they're happy to see me, promoting things on Facebook again. I actually stopped using Facebook for about a year because of the trolls and haters out here. They were going on there. I had everything public at that point. They were going on out there and trying to dissect every little aspect of my personal life, who I was dating, what I was doing, and they used it to make content. So the point, what I'm trying to say is that I had to, basically take time to lock down my Facebook to prevent these people from doing that, but still give access to the people I want to have access. And after I did that, I just decided to not use Facebook for a while, let it sit. But about a few weeks ago, I said, now's the time to come back. Let me start posting again. And I can control what I show to the public and what I keep to friends only or private. That's what I've pretty much done. And today I got a message. I'm not sure if this lady's watching or not. I was mentioning a few minutes ago that a good longtime friend of mine I met through in-person networking events many years ago. I mean, this probably stems back to like 8 to 10 years ago. Her name is Kim. I'm not going to put out her full name or anything like that because, you know what happens when you do that, right? People will reach out and say, oh yeah, Eli's a crazy guy and you shouldn't support him. And, you get your haters and stuff, right? And Kim, made me aware of a comment that I actually did notice, within my, my Facebook group page that she's a part of as well. This happened yesterday. There was a gentleman, I'm not going to mention his name. He was pretty prominent in the in-person networking community many years ago. He's had some choice words to say about what I've been doing, over the past several years between this YouTube channel that I'm running and a former channel I used to run that I shut down a little over a year and a half ago. And then I took a 3-month break and I came back and restarted this channel. He basically, just put a smirk, laughing stock type of emoji. And so my friend Kim from the networking organization, and as a matter of fact, let me just do this here real quick. Let me actually pull up the message on my phone and read it because I want to respond to Kim in case she's watching. You don't have to. You can comment in the chat if you're here, Kim, or you can send me a private message on Facebook, or any way you want to reach out to me. So Kim reached out to me about an hour ago and said, "Elias, great job on all your YouTube episodes. Are you getting good interaction?" Well, to answer that question, Kim, I'm still building an audience. Between my former channel that I used to run. And this channel that I now run after shutting down my former channel, I had to learn how to deal with the court of public opinion out here on YouTube and the trolls and the haters. And so for the first, 3.5 years of being on this platform, it's been very difficult to sustain the right audience because, because of what I do as a coach, a lot of people are very critical of life coaches in general. You're going to start getting some haters. And once more and more haters find out about you, they congregate together and then they attack you as a group. And they try to knock you down. They try to make your life so miserable to the point of where they want to force you off of YouTube. So I've had to not only deal with that, but try to build my audience and sustain it. And I've had a lot of great people pass through here, and a lot of those great people really enjoyed the content, but they were scared away by the trolls. A lot of times the trolls and haters will make threats, such as, we're going to expose your personal information, we're going to do streams on you, we're going to make your life miserable if you continue to follow and support Coach Eli. So those are the kind of things you deal with out here, Kim, that I've had to work through. Now I've worked through that. I've squashed all the drama here on my channel, and I'm in the rebuilding stage of getting an audience here that truly values this message and truly would like my help in getting a better grip on their life regarding any of their business or personal needs or even YouTube needs. So yes, I've had good traction, but again, it's come and gone because of the trolls. And that's part of what I've been, learning how to teach people out here, is that you have to learn to deal with the court of public opinion. You have to learn to ignore the trolls regardless of what they do. And you just have to keep pushing forward with, your message. And that's part of why I wanted to do this stream today. The title of this stream today is called Defining Your Own Success. You are completely in control. Now, once again, defining your own success, you are completely in control. Now, before I get into that, and I am going to be reading a blog here today that I really enjoyed reading, and I want to give the author notoriety and dissect it. I want to also read another message here that that Kim sent me after that. She goes, I'm so confused. Doesn't, and I'm not going to mention this person's name she's talking about, doesn't this person take you serious? Referring to his comment on your May 6th post. Yeah. Well, Kim, here's the thing. Regarding the person you're talking about, I don't have a problem with him at all. I think he's a good guy. But in my opinion, I know he's been through a lot. I know he's been through divorce. I know he has also lost a home that he worked hard to build and to have a life there in his younger days. He lost his home during the days where we had the economic meltdown. Remember in 2008, for several years after that, the economy was terrible, and he got hit by that. And so if I had to make an honest assessment, I think that's all affected him, and he's been rebuilding since that point, which is great. I admire that. And I'm not here to kick this person down, Kim, or say anything bad about him. I actually understand what he's going through and, why he's reacting the way he's reacting. I've said it time and time again out here, Kim and everyone else, that you're going to have people that love you and you're going to have people that hate you, people that don't like what you do. And it's not necessarily because they don't like what you do. It's because they're unhappy within themselves. And because they're so unhappy and miserable within themselves, based on what they've been through, and they haven't been able to work through it yet, they feel that anyone else that's in a happy state and, creating positivity out there, they feel that we shouldn't have the right to be feeling good. So they try to kick us down to bring us down to their miserable level. in attempts to make themselves feel better, right? And look, when I was younger, Kim and everyone else, when I was younger, before I matured and really understand life in the way I understand it today, I used to do the same thing. I think at one point or another, we've all projected our insecurities onto other people. But the people that are raised right and learn how to be a good person in the right ways and have had enough personal development in life to do so, will realize, oh, okay, I understand. That behavior is not good. Why am I going to attack someone that's better off than me just because I'm not as successful as they are? Why don't I just strive and work hard to make myself successful at their level, right? Or even better, who knows, right? So, I had to work through that. And I think a lot of people that do project their insecurities in this way still have things to work through. And that's okay. Again, I'm not here to criticize this person or criticize anyone. But that's what I wanted to share with you, Kim, because I have a lot of respect for you. I've known you for a while. We used to do a lot of networking in person. And who knows, Kim, if you want to catch up at some point, I don't know if, you're still marketing a self-employed business. But, if you're open to maybe doing an interview on my channel at some point or collaborating in some way, shape, or form, I have more so gone the digital route. I have not been to any more successful, or it helps other people become more successful, or a combination of both. So in essence, I'm more so focused on things that are a productive use of my time. And I say that in a non-selfish way. I want everyone's time to be productive. So that's why you haven't seen me around the in-person networking arena in a while. And I'd love to catch up with you at some point. We can talk by phone if you like. And you can let me know how the in-person networking arena has been. So hopefully that answers your questions. If you have any other questions, feel free to message me on Facebook, email me. You can come into my chat if you'd like and comment in the chat, or make a comment when this live stream goes to a replay. Either way, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for taking the time to reach out to me today. I greatly appreciate it. And it really means something to me, folks, no matter how busy I am. When somebody reaches out to me in that way, in a kind and genuine way, and is saying, hey, why is this person saying negative things about you? It just really shows that they have your back. And you want to respect that, honor that, and make them aware that you've got their back as well. And at the same time, the other people that don't have the greatest opinions about myself or others, that's okay. It's their opinion. It's their opinions, and they're entitled to it. We just don't have to allow it to get to us, right? So anyway. So let's get right to it, folks. I've got a blog to go over here. It's probably not going to take too terribly long to go through. Probably just a half an hour, 40 minutes max. So I should be able to get through this show without taking a break. And I might even come back for a second show tonight. Who knows? I may do a walking stream. I'm still not sure if I'm going hiking today or tomorrow. I'm still waiting to figure out if that's going to happen. So I may bring another stream today. Who knows? Who knows? So stick around. Subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, and you'll know the moment I go live. All right. So one more time, the topic of today's stream is defining your own success. You are completely in control. One more time, defining your own success. You are completely in control. Folks, I've said this time and time again, in life, you are in control of your own journey. You're in control of your own destiny. And, not reaching success is no one's fault besides your own. You can sit there and try to blame every single person out there for the lack of your success. You can try to blame the trolls and the haters. You can try to blame your family, for trying to kick you down and saying that, okay, you should be doing something else instead of this, right? You can try to blame your husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend. You can try to blame every single person you can think of that's tried to, per se hinder your success. But the truth of the matter is the only person you have to blame for the lack of your success is yourself, because you control your own destiny. You control yourself. You control how you react to these people, or you control how you allow these people to get to you or not, right? Okay? You also control what to ignore and what to feed into, right? That's totally up to you. So again, you have no one to blame but yourself, regarding your success or your failure, your successes or your failures. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the browser screen here. And today I'm going to be dissecting this blog here, which is written by Rochelle Isp. I think it's Isp. That's not an L. It's Isp. That's right. The L would be down and to the right. So this is Rochelle Isp. She's a blogger, consultant, and author. Read full profile. I'll get to her full profile at the end to give her some notoriety. The topic of this blog, or the title of this blog, is 7 Ways to Define Your Own Success. And this was last updated on December 31st, 2019. So it's pretty recent. So let's get right to it here. Let's get right to it. Let me make sure this is coming through. Wondering what it takes to be successful in life? Many of you are, I bet. That's a bit of a tricky question because success means a lot of different things to different people. That's right. Let me read that again. Wondering what it takes to be successful in life. That's a bit tricky, or that's a bit of a tricky question because success means a lot of different things to different people. That's true. That's true. But like I said a second ago, regardless of what success means to you, you are in control of your success. You're also in control of your failures. Keep that in mind as we move forward. The only way to be sure you are truly successful is to define your very own success. What part of that doesn't make common sense? The only way to be sure you are truly successful is to define your very own success. Again, you're in control of your own destiny, your own journey. You're in control of who you allow to kick you down, who you allow to uplift you, who you allow to respond to, and who you ignore, right? And what you do and how much effort you put towards it. You're also in control of, working through times where you've already given it everything you've got and it just hasn't taken off yet. You got to work past that because you're not going to be successful right away. You've got to build an audience. You've got to build trust. You got to build rapport. You've got to allow people to get to know you. And, in most cases, when you're building something new, like what I'm building here, you've got to give almost everything away for free and say, hey, look, if you value my content, you can make a donation via PayPal, which you can if you like. Nightbot sharing my link every 6 minutes. Or you can go below to the super chat and super chat a donation, right? But people are not going to buy into your business right away. You can offer your packages, but you can't expect people to just say, oh, I just met Eli today. He's a good dude. I'm going to use his life coaching services because, he's the one for me. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to allow people to get to know you. You have to allow people to see what you're capable of doing and how capable you are of truly helping people. And that takes time. That takes a lot of time that many people aren't willing to invest. They'll invest 1 or 2 or 3 months or 6 months or a year, and then they'll give up because it hasn't taken off. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. And let me tell you something. My losses outweigh my gains on this channel financially. Now, I've got my day job that's been supporting me and paying for this. But sometimes you got to do that and realize that it may take you several years before you get your business purpose or passion sustainable. And if you give up, then you're never going to be successful. And if it's something that is your purpose that defines you, and you really enjoy doing it to help people, if you give up doing it, it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you in other ways. You're going to keep thinking about it. Wow, I really love helping people, but I can't make any money doing it. At least not yet. I've done it for a year or 2 or 3 years, and I'm not making any money. So I'm going to give up. It's the wrong way to look at it. If you keep pushing forward, it may take another year or 2 or 3. But at some point, if you don't give up, you're going to reach success. You're going to start making money, and it's going to be sustainable long term. Here are 7 steps to help you effectively track your progress against the number one person in your life, yourself. Number 1, ask yourself, what does success look like? You should always ask yourself what success looks like. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome. Booker T. Washington. Great quote there. While the above quote might strike a chord with you, it is important to define what your very own version of success looks like. Take a few minutes to answer the question, what does being successful mean to you? Let me tell you what being successful means to me. And what it also means to many other people. To most people, success means when I start making a profit and become rich and make millions and become famous doing what I do, that's what makes me successful. If you look at it that way, folks, that's going to be your downfall. That's going to be your demise. You're never going to get to where you want to get to because number 1, you're probably really not passionate about what you're doing. And number 2, people are going to see that you're doing it just for the money and you don't really care about the people, right? In today's day and age, it's very important to provide value and to be honest and ethical and genuine with people and allow them to get to know, like, and trust you before you ever expect them to buy any of your services or donate money to you, right? So what defines my success is this. If I can help just one person change their life, I'm successful in my eyes. There's a woman in my chat here. She's a moderator on my channel. She's here every single day, and she's learning every single day, and she's boosting her confidence every single day, and she appreciates what I do here every single day, and I appreciate her. And she constantly tells me, how much she likes these streams and how much she's learning from it. And that one person alone, I'll tell you who it is. It's Mutt Nuts Reviews. She's a great woman. She's a great person. She really wants to be successful, and she really wants to make great friends and business partners out here that can share within her success and grow together. That right there, to me, folks, is the definition of success. If I can help one person change their life for the better, uplift them, make them feel good about themselves when everyone else that they've been around has kicked them down, possibly even their family or friends, right? I want to help motivate them and uplift them to feel good and let them know that you define your own success, not your family, not your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your co-workers, whatever, right? Your classmates, whatever. Those people don't define your success. You define your own success. And as long as you know in your head and in your heart that you define your own success, then you're successful. For me, all it takes is helping one person. I've helped a lot more people than that. But for me, even just helping one person, even if I make no money doing it, it makes me feel good knowing that I helped someone overcome something they were struggling with that's going to better their lives. And again, even though, you may be helping someone for free, that creates good karma to the point of where more and more people are going to start to see how you're helping people and how you're not forcing your paid packages on them, right? And what's going to happen when you come off that way? People are going to be more prone to donate money to you just because you're a good person and your head and heart's in the right place. And you're not here to steal from people or take from them. You're here to give to them. When you give, folks, and give and give and give and give, it comes back to you in the long run. Oh, look at this very next paragraph here. Does success mean making a lot of money? Sorry, does success mean making a lot of money? I think she meant to say a lot. Having a big house and a flashy car, or does it mean happiness, excellent health, and bringing beauty into the world? I was just saying that in different words. Most people out there define success based on the amount of money they make, having a big house, having a flashy car, and all the monetary things, all of the superficial things that people gauge success on. It's not the right way to look at it. People that do that, in my opinion, are insecure people that feel the need to project what they have because they feel that's what defines their version of success. No, that does not define your success. The second part here, the author of this blog states, does it mean happiness, excellent health, and bringing beauty into the world? Absolutely. Are you happy with what you do? Do you love helping people solely for the fact of helping them besides the money? Do you love what you do for free? Because if you don't love what you do for free, you'll never make money doing it, or at least you won't make sustainable money. You might be able to quickly sell a few people and trick them into making a little bit of money initially, but eventually you're going to get exposed. And that spigot will be cut off quicker than you can blink your eyes. While you're at it, you might also want to visualize the entire scene of your successful future, where you are, who is with you, what you are doing, and even how are you feeling. The most important aspect of what I just read there was how are you feeling? How do you feel about yourself? Do you love yourself? I keep saying that over and over again. It all starts with loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you expect other people to love you? How can you expect other people to buy into you or believe you enough to the point of where they trust you to help them? You got to lead by example. If you want people coming to you for help, and if you want people to use your services or your products, you got to lead by example. Let me read that again. While you're at it, you might also want to visualize the entire scene of your successful future, where you are, who is with you, what are you doing, and even how are you. This person did not spell check this. Even how you are feeling. You see here, what are you doing, and even how are you feeling. I think she meant to say, and even how are you feeling. Or how you are feeling. It's an extra word in there. That's all right. I'm not counting spelling and grammar here. It's well written and I get the point. Okay. We are now at 55 minutes. What I'm going to do, folks, because I'm realizing it's going to take a little bit longer to get through this, and I'm going to refill my coffee. I'm going to read number 2 here, and then I'm going to step away and take a 5 to 7 or 8 minute break, and then come back and read the last 5. And that way I give my voice a little bit of a rest here. All right, number 2. Let me check the chat real quick, though. Hey, Black Hand Cowboy, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Let me check the chat out real quick. Queen on the Case says, I am just tired of the trolls attacking my channels. Well, Queen, you just have to ignore them. Queen, there's no one that's been more attacked than me. I've moved on. I don't talk about them. I'm doing my show. I suggest you do your shows. Let's talk behind the scenes. Let's work together and create the greatness we were meant to create out here. Just ignore them, Queen. Block them. Ignore them. Let them create their videos. Let them talk about us all day, every day. Just let them rot all together in their misery. Let them rot in their misery together. Mudnuts Review says, my stand goes from 5 feet to 10 feet. Good, good. Mudnuts Review says, you're welcome. Hello, Eli in chat says, Black Hand Cowboy. Welcome to the show, bro. Mudnuts Review says, I am working on my upcoming live. It is going to be on tips to boost your mental health. If you want someone to be on a panel with you regarding mental health and all that, I would love to join you on that. I've got some stuff to contribute to that, Mudnuts Reviews. I would love to do that with you. And I can promote it here on my channel and get people over there. Mudnuts Review says, hey, Cowboy. Mudnuts Review says, I have a busy week coming up, so my live will not be till Thursday or Friday. I will post about it a few days ahead of time. If you want to get your watch hours, you got to start going live and doing videos every day. You got to hit it hard. But when you're ready, you know you'll do it. No big deal. Mudnuts Review says, thank you for the kind words. That's what I mentioned about Mudnuts earlier. So, anyway. All right, let's get back to number 2 here. Number 2, forget about what other people may think. Here's another quote. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. Queen, listen to this one more time. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. Lao Tzu. I hope I pronounced his last name right. Wow. Pay attention to this. Want to be successful? Stop wasting your energy on what other people may think or do or say, and start putting energy towards furthering yourself. Want to be successful? Let me read that one more time, Queen and Mutton-Nuts and anyone else, the Black Hand Cowboy. Queen, I will help you and support you forever. If you can understand one thing, Queen, here, I had to understand this before I was able to move forward with what I want to create for myself, especially out here on YouTube. Here it is once again. Want to be successful? Stop wasting your energy on what other people may think or do or say, and start putting energy towards furthering yourself. I can't agree with that anymore. That's the secret right there, folks. It is very easy to get infested with drama because people don't like to be attacked. There's no one on the face of this planet that likes to be attacked. But out here on YouTube, for example, because it's a video platform and people can easily create reaction videos to you. And for many creators, that is their content. They're looking to get a reaction from you any way they can. So they're going to try to troll you, trigger you, make up things about you, upset you, right? They're going to try to rent space in your head for free. Queen, I'm not trying to kick you down. I want to help you. I'm going to tell you the same thing I had to tell myself to move past it. This is with no disrespect. I used to allow these people, to rent space in my head for free. Let me repeat that again. I used to allow these people to rent space in my head for free. And you're currently doing the same thing. If you continue to allow these people to rent space in your head for free, Queen, then you're never going to be able to work through it, and it's going to make you miserable, and you're not going to be happy to continue doing what you enjoy doing out here. my advice is to ignore these people. Anyone that tries to get in your way of your goals, dreams, or aspirations, you have to ignore that. If it's your friends or your family or people you can't ignore, say, hey, look, I understand, I appreciate your opinion. This is what I want to do. I know you care about me, but I want to do this. And if I fail, it's on me. But this is what defines me. This is what I love to do. And I understand you're my friends and my family, and you want what's best for me, and you mean well for me, but only I know what makes me happy. And if you want to see me happy, please, let me do this. I got it. If I fail, no problem. I'll move on to something else. But I want to try to do this because I love doing this. That's the way you handle it. Again, stop wasting your energy on what other people may think or do or say, and start putting energy towards furthering yourself. You need every ounce of positive energy, encouragement, and self-esteem working for you and you alone if you want to be successful. That is the slam dunk home run line of this entire blog. If you're going to understand one line here and you don't pay attention to anything else, this is the one to ingrain in your head. You need every ounce of positive energy, encouragement, and self-esteem working for you and you alone if you want to be successful. The most draining thing that hinders your success is allowing other people to kick you down, allowing other people to infest you in an endless back and forth drama. That's not going to get you anywhere. Not only is it not going to get you anywhere and drain you, it's going to give these other people what they want, especially out here on YouTube. It's going to give them what they want, and they're going to make money at your expense. And they're going to take you away from your actual message that would have made you money at some point if you ignored these people and just did what you're supposed to do out here, right? For example, so Queen, I get what you're saying. And you know, there are some people I talk to regularly behind the scenes. You know who you are. I want all of you to understand this one line here. You need every ounce of positive energy, encouragement, and self-esteem working for you and you alone if you want to be successful. I don't want to deal with any drama. I want no drama. Like whenever someone starts to come even close to trying to get me involved in drama, I cut them off at the knees. I want nothing to do with it. It's the most draining thing. Not only is it a waste of time, it drains you emotionally and physically and mentally to the point of where you feel like just not doing anything. You feel like taking a nap and going to sleep, even though you just got up after having 8 hours of sleep the previous night. There's nothing that drains you more physically than drama and emotional, drama BS. You got to conserve every bit of positive energy in order to be successful. Say no to naysayers. Even better, just ignore them and go on about your business. Queen Ellen Casey, pay attention. I love you like a sister, I do. Say no to the naysayers. Even better, just ignore them and go on about your business. Wow. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Now, folks, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to scroll up to number 3. I'm going to come back to full screen and cue up some music, take about a 5 to 7 or 8 minute break, refill my coffee, use the restroom, and then come back and we're going to go through the last 5 bullet points. So give me a second here. Give me a second here. Okay, got the music queued up, folks. By the way, while I'm on break, going to be enjoying this beautiful picture, this beautiful background, which is a hiking trail on the Grand Canyon. And folks, right there, I put this background today because this is your path to success. I love using hiking trails as paths to success because, you know, it basically makes a statement saying, you know, you have to get on the right path for success. But at the same time, when you go on the hiking trail, okay, you get out there, you're smelling the fresh air, you're seeing beautiful scenery, and you're, you know, kicking in your endorphins that make you feel better, and you're also burning calories that are going to keep you healthy and fit. There's a lot of benefit to, you know, hiking trails. Even for example purposes for the road to success. So, enjoy this beautiful background and the music while I'm gone. See you folks in 5 to 7 or 8 minutes, which is what I'm trying to say. Oh. Let me check one thing. All right, we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere. seat right now. Get off your couch. Get off of your chair. Get up and move your hands around. Move your hands around. Shake it all around. That'll make you feel better. Listen, I know how stupid this may look, but trust me, as stupid as it looks, it'll make you feel better. And you'll start loving yourself. Shake it around. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it with me, all right? Dang, this collar keeps on messing up. Whoops. Damn collar. Oh yeah. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube. Glad you could all join me today. It is 3:44 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 12:44 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time here in my neck of the woods. I'm in Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area, Redwood City to be exact. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and glad you could all join me here today for this very, very critical topic regarding defining your own success. And defining your own success is completely within your control. Again, defining your own success is completely within your control. No one else controls your success besides yourself. Even when people try to control your success, it is up to you whether you want to allow them to control your success or not. So you got to grab your success by the horns and say, look, this is my journey, this is my path, these are my goals, these are my dreams, these are my aspirations, this is what I want to accomplish, and no one gets in the way of my success. The only person that will ever get in the way of my success is myself. And why would I do that to myself? Why would you want to do that to yourself? All right. Anyway. All right. So let's just get back to the blog over here. All right. So we left off on number 3. Number 3, make a plan. Make a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're screwed. Don't screw yourself. I must govern the clock, not be governed by it. One more time. Great quote there. I must govern the clock, not be governed by it. Quote by Golda Meir. Okay. I just got a message that made my day. Give me a second here. Let me just check this out. Folks, sometimes you get a message out of the blue when you least expect it, and it's just absolutely beautiful. That's another thing, folks. I got to do a stream on that. Maybe I'll do that later tonight if I'm around, if I'm not going hiking or something. Or I may just end up going hiking tomorrow. That would be a great topic. Anyway, so yeah, what that means, I must govern the clock, not be governed by it. What it means is that you got to learn to manage your time. Time management is critical. Okay? Part of time management is not focusing energy on things you know 100% are not going to work. Let me give you another example. If we go back to number 2, forget about what other people think. If you focus all your time trying to get rid of people and try to combat and challenge people on what they're saying about you, you're wasting your time. You're not managing your time properly at all. You're wasting your time. So part of making a plan, in my opinion, before I even read what the author of the blog says, is managing your time. Focus on things that are positive, that are effective, and are going to move you forward in some way, shape, or form. And moving forward doesn't have to mean you need to make money doing it. Moving forward could mean you help 1 or 2 people nowadays. On your YouTube channel, it means you got 1 new subscriber or 1 new active viewer, and that means you're moving forward, right? Manage your time properly. Do not waste any time on something that's not going to get you anywhere. And if you focus on negativity, if you focus on, trying to fight off people that are challenging you or attacking you based on what you're trying to do or trying to stop you from doing what you're doing, then in essence, you're wasting your time and you're stepping backwards. You're draining more energy. It's going to set you further back. Don't do that to yourself. How are you going to achieve success? That is, what courses of action are you going to take? Planning is an important part in setting goals and being successful. For example, if your goal was to open and run a successful restaurant full of happy and well-fed customers, you wouldn't hire staff or order food before you secured a location for your restaurant or bought cooking equipment and supplies. You got to be prepared, in essence, what the author's saying. If your goal is to accomplish something, you've got to be prepared and come to the table prepared and ready to offer your services when they're requested or when they're demanded. If someone demands your service, that's not a bad thing, right? That's the only time when I feel demands are pretty good. Hey, I want your service. You're awesome. I demand that you give me your service because you're so good at what you do and I know you can help me. Right? So you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. You got to know what you're doing. You've got to be able to answer questions to the people that want to support you or want to use your products or services. Have you thought about all the steps, big and small, that you will need to take to get to where you need to be? Absolutely. And let me tell you, being a life coach, there's a lot of competition. And although I don't let the competition get to me, I believe there's no competition. Even though technically there's a lot of competition, there really is no competition because I'm a unique person. I put my own spin on things. I have a different way of helping people than any other life coach out there. I'm not saying other life coaches are bad. They're not. I know some very good life coaches that I respect, and I learned a lot of things from. But I offer unique services, and I'm a unique person. And there's no one that helps people in the ways I help people. So I've thought about all the steps, big and small, that I will need to take, that I've had to take and will continue taking to get me where I need to be with this business and this YouTube channel. Even if you don't have the details hammered out, having a general plan is better than having no plan at all. Some people are so passionate about doing something, and they know a lot about what they want to do, but they don't know everything. Does that mean you should not put yourself out there and try to make it happen until you learn everything 100%? No. You can learn things along the way. And if there's something you don't know that somebody asks you regarding what you're offering, then say, hey, look, before I give you the answer to this, I want to do a little more research. This is something pretty extensive, and I want to make sure I help you properly. Give me 24 hours. Let me research this. I will get you the information, and I will help you accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. You should never be ashamed of not knowing something regarding, what you're trying to offer people as a business, product, or service, or whatever you're trying to accomplish, right? Because there's not one person on the planet that knows 100% about their job or, what they're doing to offer a product or service. There's always going to be a few aspects that, you may not know, but someone else in your organization may know, or you may just need to do a little more research on your own before you, help that person with what they're asking you help for. Don't let that scare you away from putting yourself out there and getting things going. As long as you know enough and you're passionate about what you're doing, genuinely, people will see that in you. And the rest you will learn along the way. And people will respect you for that as long as you're honest. Don't try to answer a question that you don't know the answer to and try to make it appear like you know the answer, because that's going to destroy you. If you don't know the answer to something, say, hey, look, this is something that I haven't dealt with a lot, but I do know about it. I just need to do a little more research before I suggest something for you, suggest a course of action or a path of action, because I want to make sure I get you the right information. Okay? And they might come back and say, well, I thought you're a life coach. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing. Yes, I do. But this is a very, very particular case. This is very, very niche. And again, I don't want to sit here and tell you something, that I may think is the right thing to say. I want to get the right answer. I want to do the research. Please give me 24 hours. I will get back to you as soon as possible. All right. Number 4, get specific. Start by doing what's necessary, then what's possible, and suddenly you're doing the impossible. St. Francis of Assisi. Yeah, great quote. You got to be specific regarding what you're trying to accomplish. For me, this is what my specific purpose is out here. I am here to help people get a better grip on their lives regarding their business and personal needs. I can help people regarding the business aspects of, getting that perfect dream corporate job based on your degree. Or if you don't have a degree, I can still help you get a job. There are jobs you can get without a degree. If you're trying to work your way, up the ladder through the corporate world and you're struggling getting promoted, or you're getting passed up by people that you feel are less qualified than you, and you want to figure out why you're not getting promoted so you can get promoted, I can help you with that. I've dealt with that myself, hands on. And when I figured it out, let me tell you something, I kept getting promoted all the time. And that came with more money, more respect, more happiness all around, right? Okay? I can also help people transition into becoming a self-employed entrepreneur like myself and what it entails. I can also help people regarding, their dating relationships and their marriages. I can help people learn to better understand each other. I can help women learn to better understand men, and I can help men learn to better understand women. I can help anyone with relationships, including, people that are gay and lesbian. The relationship dynamics are very similar. I can help everyone understand that. Okay? You've got to get specific and make people aware of how you can help them so they know what they can come to you for should they have a need for that. Pretty simple. And on the business aspect of things, I also sometimes will talk about, political topics and how this affects life. Sometimes I'll discuss finance stuff and all that. But yeah, that's what I offer. And I just became very specific with it. All right, give me 1 second here. Let me look at the chat here. Melas Reviews says, hey, Cowboy. Okay, we already read that. Queen Helen Casey, I never bother anybody at all. They are the ones provoking it. Queen, listen, I love you like a sister, but there's one thing you're not understanding. It's something that I until I understood, I couldn't move forward from it. These people are insecure. They're jealous. They're weak. They're needy. They have no purpose. They don't love themselves. So if you allow them to provoke you, they're getting entertained at your expense because you're letting it get to you. Whether you feed into it or not. If you feed into it, that's worse. But if you just ignore it and don't let it get to you, like right now, I'm running a show. I'm running my own show. And I'm not letting it get to me because I've moved on. I'm rebuilding a new audience. And as you can tell, Queen, there aren't a whole lot of people here right now. There are only 13 people here. And I don't mind that. You know why? Because these 13 people really want to be here. When I've had 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 people here before, those were all trolls and haters. You see, I'm not letting it get to me. I've moved on. I've moved forward. I've totally moved forward. And I suggest you do the same thing. And if you want to talk privately, Queen, I will help you free of charge. I've told you that. Queen, whatever you need from me, don't be shy. Don't be afraid. I want to help you. I'm not kidding you. I'm serious. I'm a real person. I'm a good person. You have done so much for me to help this channel and clean this channel up. And you're so valuable to have here that I want to give back to you and help you move past this to create the greatness you were meant to create. But I understand why you're feeling how you're feeling because I've been through it. And until I was able to just say it's not worth it, right? I kept feeding into it. And all it did was set me back. Stress can seem overwhelming, especially with all the different twists and turns that may come up over the course of time. Yeah, just like you come out here on YouTube and start a channel, and all you want to do is run your channel. All you want to do is build an audience of people that like what you do and want to support what you do. And then you find out real quick that there's the other side, that people, that people behave differently, meaning that they will come and attack you and they will troll you just because it's their entertainment. It's because they love seeing the reaction. They want to get to you to entertain their miserable lives. So, when they say success can seem overwhelming, especially with all the different twists and turns that may come up over the course of time, that happened to me here on YouTube for example purposes. And it took me 3.5 years to figure out how to deal with it. But now that I've learned to deal with it, it's never going to get to me again from here on out. I'm moving forward and growing with people that really want to be here and support this channel and people I can really help. Even if you've made a plan, things can sometimes seem entirely out of hand or unattainable. One more time. Even if you've made a plan, things can sometimes seem entirely out of hand or unattainable is what I'm trying to say. The best example I can come up with again, when the author of the blog says, things can sometimes seem entirely out of hand, is letting the trolls and haters get to you. If you feed into it, it's going to start getting out of hand because let's say they come at you. They criticize you over something you know and they know is not true, but they're doing it to trigger you, right? And let's say they successfully trigger you, right? You feed back into it. And then you feeding into it makes them feed into it again. And then you feed into that response. And it's an endless world of shit that is a waste of time. And then it gets out of hand, like the blog author says. What's the best way to handle that? Ignore it. Now, you know what? If you want to make one comment, if you're a YouTuber, you want to do one reaction video, or you want to briefly talk about it, that's on you. But if you're even going to do that, then say what you have to say, but don't make it the highlight of your channel day in and day out. Say what you have to say, and then get right back to what you were meant to do. The blog author furthermore says things can sometimes be unattainable. That is true to a certain extent. Sometimes, if you set the bar so high for yourself, and you want to accomplish something that is going to be extremely difficult or almost unattainable, you have to sit there and ask yourself, how far are you willing to go to accomplish this? And is it worth it to you? It has to be worth it to you. For me, the coaching here, I've questioned myself in the past, is this attainable? Based on all the competition there is with other coaches, with all the people that don't like coaches, the haters, is this attainable? Right? Just got a message behind the scenes. And that's quite disturbing. To the person that sent me that message, yeah, I have a lot of respect for this person, but at some point, you've got to decide when you've had enough. And like I've been saying during this stream, at what point are you going to walk away regardless of what other people say or do? But everyone handles their things differently. And you know what? That's on you as an individual. I don't tell people what to do. I teach self-reliance. I, help people get what they want. But one of the best ways to get what you want is to just let it go, is to ignore it, no matter what happens. And it's very hard to do at times because when people are coming at you, you feel the need to stand up for yourself. It's a natural reaction. The truth of the matter is, out here on YouTube, all that does is creates an endless, stream of drama and content for other people. In real life, it's more so, or outside of YouTube, like I say, outside of YouTube, it's easier to walk away because, it's not on YouTube where people can create videos off of you, and those reaction videos create drama and get these people traction and money. So more so out here on YouTube, I think most people need to learn to just let certain things go. This damn collar keeps sticking up. Anyway, Beastmaster's in the house. Muttnuts Review says, hey Beast. Beastmaster said, Queen, you deserve a vacation. Take a break and pamper yourself. Beastmaster says that Mutt, technical issues are a pain. I was setting up my computer for hours. It happens, man. Beastmaster, setting up stupid autocorrect. That happens, bro. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, man. All right. So, where did we leave off? I'm going to read the same part again. Success can seem overwhelming, especially with all the different twists and turns that may come up over the course of time. Even if you made a plan, things can sometimes seem entirely out of hand or unattainable. When things start to get rough, just remember to do what you can right here, right now. Let me repeat that again. When things start to get rough, just remember to do what you can right here, right now. Folks, there's no problem with pushing yourself to accomplish what you want to accomplish. And you're going to want to push yourself hard. But don't push yourself to the point of no return. Don't push yourself to the point of where you're overdoing it. Because that's going to slow down your progress. That's going to hinder your progress. And that might take you out of the game in many ways. Not just, wear you out, but what if you stress yourself out so much that you get a heart attack and you die? That's an extreme example, but that can't happen. Why would you want to do that to yourself? So when things start to get rough, just remember to do what you can right here, right now. One of my favorite coaches I've been following for a while, Coach Corey Wayne, says it best when he says, your job as a human being is to go out there and make a little progress each and every day. Just a little progress. As long as you're making a little teeny tiny bit of progress each and every day. If you come out here and you create a video or a live stream, even if you get minimal traction, you're moving forward. Because the more and more you do it, the more and more people will start to notice you. If you stick on track, the more and more people will start to trust you, will start to follow you, and things will just work themselves out in the way they were meant to be worked out. Just focus on getting a little better each and every day, moving forward a little bit each and every day. You don't need to accomplish something incredibly great every day. As long as you even move even half a step or one step forward every day, even in the minimal way, you're heading in the right direction. That's going to make you successful in the end. So what if you're not I just said this. So what if you're not 5 steps ahead in your plan? You've got to start somewhere, right? Like I said, as long as you're moving forward, even a half a step or one step, you don't have to move 5 steps or 10 steps or 20 steps ahead every day. As long as you even move forward a little bit, as long as you move the needle a little bit forward, you're doing the right thing. You're headed in the right direction. So what if you're not 5 steps ahead in your plan? You've got to start somewhere. Get specific about what it is you need to do at this very point in time. Number 5, make it happen. The most effective way to do it is to do it. No shit. Amelia Earhart. The most effective way to do it is to do it. Amelia Earhart. Ever wonder how books are written, movie soundtracks are scored, or skyscrapers are built? Long story short, you make a plan, sit down, and simply do the work. That's pretty self-explanatory. Make a plan, sit down, and simply do the work. Put that plan into action is what the blog author is saying. Make a plan and start taking action off the plan. Just start doing it. If you want to accomplish something, if you have a purpose or a passion to do something and you really want to get it done, but you're saying, how do I do it? I don't want to screw up. I don't want to. Just do it. You're going to screw up. Everyone screws up that's successful. But the biggest screw up you can make is not doing it. Just start doing it. Out here on YouTube, when you first start, you're nowhere nearly as good as you are years into it. You think I had this kind of quality when I first started? I mean, I had decent quality because I know audio and video, right? But I didn't have the best internet connection back then, I didn't have all this equipment I have now. But regardless, even if you have only minimal equipment, even if you only have your phone, every phone nowadays can do 1080p or 4K video and decent audio. Just start doing it. You will figure it out. If you start doing it, you're heading in the right direction. Even if you screw up, and you're gonna screw up initially. And every so often, once you figure it all out, you're still gonna screw up because you're human, right? While planning is an important part of success, it is even more important to sit down and make things happen. Again, while planning is an important part of success, it is even more important to sit down and make things happen. Go out there today and make shit happen. I'm speaking the language we all understand in the modern world in 2020. Just go out there and make shit happen today. Stop procrastinating. Stop saying you're not good enough. Stop saying that, oh, I will never be as good as this other person, because the more you say that, then it becomes reality. And if you have a purpose, passion, or desire to make something happen, just start doing it. Just do it. Like Nike. The Nike commercial with the swoosh. Or the Nike logo, right? Nike. Just do it. Brilliant branding, by the way. Just do it. While planning is an important... Let me read that one more time, because I just read it. While planning is an important part of success, it is even more important to sit down and make things happen. Stop viewing life from the sidelines and get into action. One more time. Stop viewing life from the sidelines and get into action. You'll be one step closer to success. One more time. Stop viewing life from the sidelines and get into action. You'll be one step closer to success. Queen, I love you like a sister. You're an amazing woman, very talented and very intelligent. Get off the sidelines and just get into action. Share your greatness. Your channels are going to blow up. You're going to be a world famous YouTuber. Ignore these morons and idiots out here. Focus on you. Learn to love you more. Learn to be more happy within you, because you have a lot of greatness and I see it. I want you to see it. I want you to see it. Because you are great. And I'm not mad. I'm passionate. I want you to feel what I'm saying, which is why I'm amping it up with my passion. Because, Queen, I want you to be able to do what I do one day, because you're capable of doing it. Get into action and do it. You deserve it. You'll be one step closer to success, whatever that means to you, Queen. And figure out what success means to you, and you'll accomplish it. Number 6, ask yourself, what does success look like again? I just said that. Ask yourself, what does success look like? Queen Helen Casey says, smash the like button for Eli. Queen, I appreciate your help. I want to focus more on helping you now. You've been helping me out a lot. Let me help you get what you want. But I appreciate it, though. You're one of the best mods I've ever seen on YouTube, and I respect that. Now let's repay you for your service. Change your thoughts and you change your world. One more time. Change your thoughts and you change your world. That's a quote by Norman Vincent Peale. Once you're well entrenched in a project or course of action, you might think you're in the clear. Typo. The blog said you might think you're in the clear. I'm not trying to be rude, but a little proofreading might have helped here. Let me read that one more time. Once you're well entrenched in a project or course of action, you might think you're in the clear. Yet something funny can sometimes happen. You forget what you initially set out to do. Let me read that one more time. Once you're well entrenched in a project or course of action, you might think you're in the clear, yet something funny can sometimes happen. You forget what you initially set out to do. Let me translate that in words you're all going to understand. When I first came out here, all I wanted to do was run my channel. I was laser focused. Then the trolls and haters came in. I keep coming back to this, but it's a perfect example, right? For many things. I was well entrenched in creating my great content on my former channel. Yet something funny happened, or I wouldn't say it was funny, it was crazy. I started focusing on fighting off the trolls, which made me forget about what I initially was set out to do out here, which is create content to help people get a better grip on their life, to help people with their business and personal needs. I started making the trolls and haters my purpose instead of making my purpose my purpose. I was making them my purpose. Don't allow other people to become your purpose. Stick to your own purpose. And don't forget what you initially were set out to do. Remind yourself that every morning you get up, you remind yourself what you initially set out to do. Then you'll stay on track and you'll reach your goals a lot quicker and make them more sustainable long term. For example, you might get distracted and lose sight of your goal. I'm not going to mention what I just said again, because then I'd be repeating myself about my experiences out here on YouTube and what made me lose sight of my goals. But you get the point. For example, you might get distracted and lose sight of your goal. That is why it is so important to regularly check in with yourself to see if you are indeed on course in your goals. What does your idea of success look like now that you've got some experience and perspective? Well, I've been saying that all along, during the show at least, and for the past 2-3 weeks that I've completely removed myself from drama and allowing anyone to get in the way of what I was set out to do out here. I've checked in with myself 2 or 3 times per day at times to keep me on track. Because let me tell you something. You're going to get days where even though you've moved forward from allowing outside people such as your family, your friends, other colleagues, acquaintances, or people out here on YouTube, you're going to get days where even though you're ignoring any BS that people are saying about you or trying to kick you down with, you're going to come across stuff. You might get recommended a video. Even though you unsubscribe from all these people, they might use your name in their title, and then YouTube might recommend their video to you because they use your name. And then you may click on that for a second, and it might temporarily trigger you. Don't let it get to you. If it bothers you for a second, remind yourself. Remind yourself regarding what you initially were set out to do. Get yourself back on track. And remind yourself over and over again to the point of where you don't react to it. Because the moment you react to, what you just saw that you didn't like is the moment you're feeding back into it. And then you're throwing yourself off track. And everything that you gained from the point where you started getting yourself back on track, in my case 3 weeks ago, everything you gained, if you feed back into it, it all goes down the toilet. Then you have to start over again. Check in with yourself regularly to see if you are indeed on course in your goals. I would say with your goals. Could probably rewrite this with a little better grammar, no disrespect, but it's still a well-written blog. I get the point. It's very good. What does your idea of success look like now that you've got some experience and perspective? Well, I'm laser focused. I'm focusing on people that enjoy my content, want to learn from me, and get a better grip on their life. And I'm completely ignoring people that don't like this content or are just trying to get me involved in an endless back and forth drama beef. You should do the same thing with yourselves, folks. Ask yourself, what does your idea of success look like now that you've got some experience and perspective? Ask yourself that. And last but not least, number 7, and get your questions in now, folks, if you have any, because I'm going to read the chat once I'm done here. Then I'm going to go off the air and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. Don't give up. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Thomas A. Edison. One more time. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. You heard of the phrase, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again one more time. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. If it's something that you're passionate about and you really want to make it work because you enjoy doing it for free, if you enjoy doing it for free, keep trying. You will eventually make money doing it. You know the feeling. You're tired, annoyed, and bothered. We've all been there. You're ready to give up and quit. We've all been there. I've been there many times. Unfortunately, the one thing that will always stop you from succeeding is if you stop and give up. One more time. Unfortunately, the one thing that will always stop you from succeeding is if you stop and give up. Don't ever give up on yourself. If you never give up on yourself and you're truly passionate about whatever you're trying to accomplish and you really enjoy what you're trying to accomplish, even doing it for free, then eventually you will be able to monetize it and run a sustainable business doing it. Never stop and give up on yourself. Ever. No matter what anyone says. Again, no matter what your friends say, your family says, your colleagues, acquaintances, or the court of public opinion on social media, including out here on YouTube. I never, ever once gave up. I always had a plan. Even when I shut down my former channel on YouTube over a year and a half ago, I knew I'd be back. It was part of my plan. I had to work through some things. I worked through them. I came back bigger and better. And now I'm heading in the right direction. I've never given up. And I'm never going to give up on making this a sustainable business to truly help people from the bottom of my heart. Don't give up on yourself or yourselves. While it might be painful, bothersome, or just plain frustrating to keep pushing on, just continue to push on. That's all it takes. Again, while it might be painful, bothersome, or just plain frustrating to keep pushing on, just continue to push on. You might be at the very brink of a breakthrough. That last line is also critical, highly critical. You might be at the very brink of a breakthrough. I say this all the time. I'll say it again. Many people have put in years of work into accomplishing something, and then they finally get frustrated, and then they give up slightly right before the brink of a breakthrough and being successful. I've seen so many people miss the boat by a fraction, a small fraction. Don't do that to yourself. That's where I'm at right now. I am so close to blowing this thing up here and taking this channel to an astronomical level. Yeah, right now I may not be getting the numbers. I may not be getting the interactive chat. I may not have that many people here, right? You know, with my live stream viewers and with the active chatters. But you know what? It's coming and I feel it and I know I'm going to get there. And I'm never going to give up until I get there. You shouldn't either. Acknowledge the pain and frustration and continue on anyway. Work hard and believe in yourself, for success is just around the corner. Great blog there. Before I wrap this up, let me go back up here and read the full profile of Rochelle Isp. It's out of alignment here. Let me actually fix this for a second so you folks can see this, because I want to give the blog writer the notoriety. That is so good with this OBS thing. It's just incredible. Incredible. All right. Rochelle Isp, blogger, consultant, author. Profile. Rochelle Isp is a blogger, consultant, and author of 3 books: The Order Expert's Guide to Time Management, 31 Easy Ways to Get Organized in the New Year, and How to Plan a Great Event in 60 Days. Visit her online at theorderexpert.com. You want to check out more from this author? Go to theorderexpert.com. All right. So, okay. We are going to go back to full screen here. I'm going to check out the chat one last time, and then we're going to get on out of here. I'll read the noteworthy comments here. Bloodless Review says, when I get overwhelmed with YouTube stuff, I take a step back so I can regroup myself, so I can come back and be focused on what I love doing, making my videos and going live. Good for you. It's a great attitude to have. Keep pushing forward and you will accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Muttnuts. Muttnuts says, I admit I've been slacking on going live, but working on that. Well, that's your problem. And because I love you like a sister, like I love Queen like a sister too, Queen Helen Casey, I'm going to tell you, you're your own worst enemy. You have no right to complain to anyone if you're admitting that you're slacking off, because you are taking ownership of what's holding you back from getting the watch time you need to get monetized, nuts, or accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish, right? So take what you just said there and say, look, you know what? I want to get monetized. I want to start making ad revenue and getting super chats, right? And doing all that, right? You got to tell yourself, stop slacking off. Stop being lazy. Stop being, stop letting other people get to you. Start to prioritize your days. Do everything that's going to take for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Taking ownership is the right thing, but it's only the beginning. Once you take ownership, you then need to fix what the issue is. So taking ownership is the first step, then correcting the issue is the next step. You do that, and you'll see what happens sooner than you think. Beastmaster. All right. I'm not going to be reading chats that are irrelevant and have nothing to do with the topic. Right, Mutt says, Beastmaster, you have to love it, or what's the use of doing it? We all need a break at times. Beastmaster says, very true, Coach. I'll be back to my channel progress now that I have my computer almost all set up. I do have a question. Is there a really good Wi-Fi booster? Internet is spotty. I have trees. Lots. Well, if you have a good Wi-Fi router, I mean, how far is your Wi-Fi router from your computer? I would say if your Wi-Fi router is within 100 feet of your computer, you should be able to stream okay. But to be honest with you, if you're going to stream from a laptop or desktop, I would definitely find a way to plug in through Ethernet. That way you're not using Wi-Fi. Like I've told everyone, I'm plugged in directly into my router. I've got an Ethernet cable. I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi dropouts or spotty Wi-Fi signals, or if my laptop or desktop is too far away from the Wi-Fi router. But if you want to get a Wi-Fi extender, one of the best ones to get is about $130, and it's made by Linksys. and it has high gain antennas. It's a Linksys Wi-Fi extender. What a lot of people don't realize is that there are a lot of cheap Wi-Fi extenders out there. You can get them as cheap as 20 to 30 bucks, but you get what you pay for, right? You want a real Wi-Fi extender that's going to actually work and extend your Wi-Fi signal, pay the money. Spend 100, 130 bucks and get a good one, and it'll work better. But my best advice, Beastmaster, is to plug in through Ethernet if you can. You can order a 50-foot Ethernet cable on Amazon. I've got a couple of them I got them for like 15 bucks. Made by Belkin. Now, if you buy them in the store, if you go to Best Buy or somewhere that sells them in the store, or Office Depot or Office Max or Staples or anywhere, you're going to pay for 50 feet of Ethernet cable, you're going to pay like 40 to 50 bucks. Order them online, Amazon. Melas reviews. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to read it in the way that I know you made a few typos there. Yeah, I know. I am. Just have to get myself back to where I used to be. Well, that's on you. You've owned it. Now do it. You've owned it. Now do it. And you'll see it'll change your life. Beastmaster. True. I wish they had fiber in BFE. Linksys. Yes, Linksys. Linksys. All right, folks. I've gone through the chat. I'm going to get on out of here. I got some calls to make, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day, more than likely off of YouTube. If I come back, it won't be until later this evening or late night. Button says, once I get my office set up in the new spot, now that I got all my new gear, I know I will be back to my go live everyday schedule. Fantastic. All right, with that being said, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. I want to thank everyone for being here, all the moderators in the chat. I want to thank Beastmaster also for being here, Mudnuts Reviews, Queen Ellen Casey, and anyone else that was watching and not chatting. Folks, enjoy your weekend. Like I said, I may be back later tonight if I don't go hiking later today. I may be back, and I believe Mother's Day is tomorrow. I believe Mother's Day, Mother's Day is tomorrow. So I definitely am going to spend some time with my mother tomorrow. I'm going to go and see her. But I may even go hiking for some of the day. But regardless, I'll be back either later tonight or late night or tomorrow morning for a show. Have a good one, folks. See you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 We're out.